Okay. So thank you all for joining another session of Bhagavad Gita as it is. And it's always so nice to learn with all of you. So let's start off with the prayers. Can we have one volunteer to the prayers, please?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, go ahead.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschachatti Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Radhikata Shiva Shati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you so much, Asra. Very nice. Okay, so our revision. Can someone try Yanisha Sarvabhutanam? Any volunteer for Yanisha Sarvabhutanam, our previous verse?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Could I try it?
Yes, please.
Yanisha Sarvabhutanam Tasam Jagarti Samyami Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani Sanisha Pashyato Mune.
Very good, very nice, Anmol. Anyone else wants to try this verse that we read in our previous session? Okay, so then we'll take turns and choose any verse and recite. So you can all take turns. Any of the verses you can recite.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Oh, very good, Vrinda. You chanted so nicely. Thank you. Yeah. Asra?
Yes, Mataji. Adhyayata Vishayan Pumsha. Oh yeah, sorry, Mataji. Dhyayata Vishayan Pumsha Sangopa Shangaparshadam. No, Sangopa Sangastitra. I can't do that. Can I do 2.63, Mataji?
Yeah. You do whatever. Yeah.
Krodhat bhavati samoha samoha smiti vigrama pratibam shad buddhinasho trisamsaya.
Pranashyati.
Oh, pranashyati. Sorry, Mat.
It's okay. Very nice, Asra. You want to do any other verse?
I'll do 2.20.
Okay.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भवितवान् भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Very nice, Asra. Very good. Very nice. Okay. Then.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Anmol.
Can I try 2.47?
Yes, please.
Karmani. Yeah. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturvur ma te sangostu akarmani.
Very good. Good job. How about Aditya and Varun? You've been attending for a while. Any verse you would like to pick? Okay. So anyone else, Vishal or Nikki or Rishi, anybody? Sai Vedas has joined.
Mataji?
Yeah, Sai Vedas.
This is Krishna Chaitanya.
Oh, Krishna Chaitanya. Why are you on the phone?
I'm not phone. I dialed the number.
Okay. It's okay. Do you want to try a verse?
I can't see the verse numbers. And
That's okay. Do you want to do the first verse? Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre?
What is the recent verse?
The recent verse was Yanisha Sarvabhutanam.
And the one before that?
You want to do Ragadvesha Vimukta, so you want to do Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha. Which one do you want?
Yeah. Krodhat Bhavati Sammoda sammoha shruti vibrama shrutinasho shruti brahmat buddhinashat pranashyati.
Very good. Good job. Anyone wants to tell the meaning of Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
What it means? Yes, Asra, go ahead.
From anger, delusion arises, and from delusion, bewilderment of memory. From bewilderment of memory, loss of intelligence, and one falls down to the material pool again.
Very good. Good job. Excellent. Very nice. Anyone else wants to try any verse or?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so can I do 2.69?
Yes.
Like the meaning.
The meaning, yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, why not?
So the day of the spiritually spending person, it's the night the self-objected person, and then for the day of the self-objected person, it's the night for the spiritually active person.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So glad. Very nicely said. Thank you, Rishi.
Also, I have a question. How can we see like the previous verses and stuff like that?
What I can do is we do have some recordings. We can share some of the old recordings with you. But we don't have all the recordings because initially we were not very careful with recordings. So maybe the past few classes we have some recordings. Otherwise, you can follow the Bhagavad Gita book, and we can also send you the verses covered so far in a Word document on the group. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So anyone else wants to try any verse, either the meaning or the Sanskrit, whatever you're comfortable with? Okay. So then let's go on. Yes, Ashutosh or Krishna. Ashutosh. Okay, Ashutosh. Krodhat Bhavati, yes. Seems to be a popular verse. Everyone is speaking that. Okay, go ahead.
Krodhat bhavati sammoha smiti vibrama smiti hamsad buddhinashat anashyati.
Very good, Ashutosh. Very nice.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can I try?
Yes,
Dhyayata Vishayan?
Yes.
Dhyayata Vishayan Pumsha Sangasteshu Pajayate Sanga Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodho Vijayate.
Very nice. Very nice.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can you do the chain?
Yes, I with us.
Dehi nosmin yata dehi kaumaram yavanam yara tata dehantara praptir dhirasastra namushyati.
Very good, Savidas. Try to sing. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Thank you, Vrinda. You're very, very sweetly said. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I do Dehi Nosmin?
Yes, why not? Yes.
Dehi Nosmin yatha deha kaumaram yaumanam jara tata dehantara vrati dhirastatra namuyati.
Very good, Ashutosh. Nice.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I
Yes.
know I already did one before, but can I look if we do?
Yes.
2.41.
Yes, of course. Yes, Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Go ahead.
Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kurunandana bahusaka hyanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. Hare Krishna.
Very good, Anmol. Good job. Everyone is doing so well. So nice, so inspiring, all of you are. Wonderful. Okay, so today we are moving to chapter 3. Okay, so we are going to do one of some important verses. Of course, we don't do each and every verse, but we generally cover some important verses. And today's verse is 3.9. Please repeat after me. Yajñārt karmanonyatra. Yajñārt karmanonyatra. Yajñāt karmanonyatra. Lokoyam karma bandhana. Lokoyam karma bandhana. Lokoyam karma bandhana. Tadartam karma kaunteya. Tadartam karma kaunteya. Tadartam karma kaunteya. Mukta sanga samachara. Very good. Yajñārtat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Try together. Tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sanga samachara. Very good. Anyone had any trouble with any of the words? Are you all okay?
Yeah, I'm having trouble with the first word.
Okay, try to pronounce it as yajñā, yajñārtat. Say that together. Very good. So you see here this how it's been split. Look at the synonyms. You see yajña, arthat. Okay. So therefore you put it together and you see yajñārtat. Very good, very good. Yeah. So now again let's look at some keywords. We see the word yajna. Anyone knows what yajna is? Have you seen yajna?
Mataji, it's like sacrifice.
Oh yeah, very good. Excited us. Yeah. Okay. So yajna is a sacrifice, right? So arthat means a desire to do, just for the sake of doing. That's what is being told here. Karmana, and that is work. Karma means work, you know, right? Action is karma. What else? Bandhana. Bandhana means bondage. Have you heard this word bandhan? To tie up, to bond with something, right? So it's bandhana. And then what else? Karma is work. We know this. Who's Kaunteya?
Son of Kunti.
Very good. And who's the son of Kunti?
Arjuna.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. So mukta is liberation, right? So therefore mukta sangha means liberated from association. Sangha, we know, right? Sadhu sangha, bhakti sangha means association, taking association. Mukta sangha means liberated from association. So when you see these keywords, you will get an idea of what the translation is going to be like. So repeat after me. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu.
Work done as a sacrifice
Has to be performed.
Has to be
performed.
Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world.
Otherwise,
Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction. And in that way, you will always remain free from bondage.
Please remain free from bondage.
Okay. So, what is this? Perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction. Who's this his? Any ideas?
Krishna.
Ah, very good, very good, very nice. Krishna, Vishnu, for whom you're doing the sacrifice. So I'll read the translation together. Okay, work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction. In that way, you will always remain free from bondage. So this is the formula to remain free from bondage. What kind of work should one do? One should do work that is pleasing to Krishna or Vishnu. Work that satisfies Vishnu or Krishna. That is what we are supposed to do. So the formula of being released from bondage is to perform work that is pleasing to the Supreme Lord. Okay? So that is the message in this verse. Now let's understand this verse nicely. So we have seen so much about the senses in our previous sessions. So many classes in our previous sessions, we saw about the different senses and how one must engage these senses. We have gone through a lot about these senses. Okay? Now, can I ask you something? So do you think you can just remain idle without engaging any of your senses or performing any action or doing anything with your body and mind, even for a minute? Do you think you can remain idle like that?
No, Mataji.
No.
Yeah.
I never survived.
Yeah. So when you're sleeping, what do? What's happening when you're sleeping? Are you idle even then?
Not really.
Not really, right? So what is happening in your body when you're sleeping?
Your heart's pumping.
Yeah, heart is pumping.
You could be dreaming.
Yeah, you could be in a dream. Very nice. Yeah. So there is something that's happening every minute in our life, right? Either you're actively engaging your senses in various ways, or passively there is something happening in your body all the time. So even for a second, you cannot remain idle. Now what does that mean? That means every minute you're performing action. Karma is happening every second. Okay? And every action, we all know, bears a reaction in this world. So what is the meaning of, how do you, there's one word for this sentence. Every action bears a reaction. What is that one word?
Karma.
Karma, yes. Karma, very good. So the theory of karma is all about action and getting reaction. That is the theory of karma. And in our previous session, we have also seen these three concepts: karma, akarma, and vikarma. Okay? Try to brush up your memory. So vikarma is what kind of action? Good action or bad action?
Bad.
Bad action. Yeah. So any work that is performed against scriptural injunctions, against the good morals, is sinful activities. So it is vikarma. The second is karma, normal action, right? So any normal action you do has a subsequent reaction. So everything in this world is, whatever actions we are doing is called as the good actions. They are called
Good action.
karma. The good actions are karma. Any positive action is karma. But what is akarma? The third one.
Devotional action.
So anything and everything we do in this world has a reaction. So karma means what goes around comes around, right? Everything, every action has a reaction. Vikarma means bad action also has a reaction. So whether you do something positive or you do something negative, there is a reaction. Okay. But the only place where there is no reaction at all is akarma. Akarma means doing devotional activities. Now what is devotional activities? Whatever you do, you dovetail it in the service of Krishna, right? Remember, in our previous sessions, we were talking about engaging the senses in Krishna's service. So, can you give me an example of engaging the ear or the eyes or the nose in Krishna's service?
When you're when you're at the temple, you're listening to kirtan, and you're using your sense of hear.
Very good. Good job. Nice.
Chanting.
Chanting. Okay. Very good.
It's on
When you-
Mataji.
Say it again. Okay.
When you use your mouth to eat prasad.
Oh, very good.
When you access
You use your ears to listen to the chant.
Very nice. Very
use
nice.
your sense of touch to play Mridanga.
Oh, very good.
Flowers. When you smell flowers.
Smell flowers, play Mridanga. Very nice. Very, very nice. So like that, when you're using your senses actively in Krishna's service, it is considered akarma. There is no reaction to it. Okay. See, whether you do something positive or whether you do something negative, there is always a reaction. And because of that reaction, you are stuck in this world. Okay. You're going either to the heavenly planet for enjoying or you're going to the hellish planet for suffering. So there is always some kind of bondage. You're stuck here again and again, again and again. There is something happening. But akarma or devotional service removes that bondage. It liberates us. Okay? So that is the meaning of this verse actually. But we will churn the verse even more. In this verse, Krishna says,
When I have a question. Look. Like, say you wanna grow up and become a doctor, is it like you should not do that?
Say that again, one by one.
Well, say I wanna be a doctor when I grow up, is it like I shouldn't do that?
No, you can't do that. But your consciousness should be fixed in Krishna. So that is where we are getting to. All our actions are not wrong. Okay?
How do you do that?
Yes, so that's a very good question. That's what we are going to discover in this verse. How are we going to do that? That's what we are going to discover here. Good question. Okay. So in this verse, in this verse we see that yajna or whatever activities we do must be for the satisfaction of Vishnu. So just like when we hear the word yajna, we always think of some fire sacrifice. So when you see a fire sacrifice that is happening in the temple, what do you hear? Generally, when they put the ghee in the fire, they say, this is for the sake of Vishnu. Idam na mama. This is not for me. This is for idam Krishnaya or idam Vishnave. Like that. They offer everything for the satisfaction of the Lord. Okay. Similarly, the other yajna that is performed in this age of Kali is chanting. Right? So when you chant for the pleasure of the Lord. Whatever you do, be it a sacrifice in the literal sense or be it any kind of actions, it is for the pleasure of the Lord. Okay. Now I am going to address Aditya's question in a while, but before that, let's see how to perform this. How do we perform this? We perform this by keeping Krishna in the center of all our activities. So, what does that mean? Whatever we do, whatever actions, we are students, Aditya may become a doctor. So, whatever we do, our consciousness should be revolving around the service of Krishna. Whatever I'm doing here, I'm doing this as a service to Krishna because it is pleasing to Krishna. It is about the consciousness. It's not about feeding our false ego. Okay? It's not about thinking, oh, this is going to make me great. Okay? That consciousness one must avoid. Rather, one must understand that whatever I do, whatever service I'm involved in, ultimately Krishna is being satisfied. So actively, of course, we can always, there are practical methods of doing it. Like for example, if Aditya becomes a doctor, he can give some amount or rather some benefit from whatever he has earned. He can give it for Krishna's service. That is one way of practically using the money that he has earned. The other way is to serve devotees. He can serve devotees by taking care of their health because he might become a doctor. Like that, try to fix your consciousness in the service of the Lord. Understand that whatever we are doing is not to just feed our ego. No. To be humble and understand that everything is in Krishna's service. Okay. Similarly, as students, what can we do? We can, before going to school, you can pray to the Lord, right? You can go to your temple room, offer obeisances, take shelter of Krishna before you do any activity. Pray to Krishna. If you are in trouble, you can call out Krishna's name. That is also service. You can chant Krishna's name. So like that, when our activities, externally we may be doing something, but the consciousness should revolve around Krishna. Then whatever we are doing, it means that we are dovetailing these activities for Krishna's pleasure. Okay, so even if it is something mundane, it is not wrong. It is not wrong. We all have to work to earn money and get some food. That is fine. So when you get that food, when you cook some bhoga, you can offer it to Krishna and then accept prasadam of Krishna. Then all your earnings is spiritualized. All your ambitions are spiritualized. Okay? So that's how you keep Krishna in the center of activities. And this is the very principle of bhakti. Bhakti means doing everything for the pleasure of the Lord. Whatever we may be, whatever we do it ultimately for the pleasure of Krishna. Okay? So that is what Krishna is trying to say. Whatever you do, you try to do it as a service to me. It's a matter of molding the consciousness. Now, why should we do that? So Aditya said, okay, tell me how to do it. Now, my question is, why should we always offer everything to Krishna? Right? I mean, why can't I enjoy?
Then,
For that.
this is Anshu Mataji. So if you like offer everything to Krishna, then Krishna will like take it as a gift and give you something else. As like something good, like he will give you. If you give him something like a flower, then he will smell it and give it a good smell back to smell for the devotees. Like when you smell flowers, right? Like if you offer flowers, then Krishna will take it as a gift and he will give it more beautiful scented smell, and he will ask the devotees to smell it again. So that will be a gift from Krishna if you give a gift to him.
Fantastic. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. So nicely you spoke. Yes. For example, if you offer bhoga, it comes back tastier. Many of you might have tried it. Prasadam is always tasty. So, like he said about the flower, it's spiritualized. Everything becomes spiritualized when you give it to the supreme enjoyer. Okay, when you give it there, everything becomes spiritualized, and as he said, the benefit is much, much, much higher. Okay, actually we get benefited when we do a sacrifice for Vishnu or Krishna. So, to understand this concept, let's, do you think we can watch a 4-minute video? Oh, we are already bad on time. Okay. How shall we do it? Do you think you want to watch a 4-minute video?
I don't think you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have enough time.
Okay. So then let me play this video for you.
All the different parts of the body, hands, legs, and everyone, they held a meeting. They were not happy with the system with which the body functions. Each part claimed its supremacy of hard work over the stomach's work. In comparison with the stomach, they felt they reaped fewer benefits. We are working day and night, and this rascal abdomen is sitting down and eating only.
Hey, hold on. Are you able to see the video as well or no?
The stomach is doing nothing.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me.
We are collecting everything and putting into the stomach.
Okay, let me start from the
Start
beginning.
it over.
Yeah, I'm going to start it over. Let me do the screen share properly then. I thought this would work. Okay. Let me start screen share. And yeah. Yeah, sure. Straight up. Yeah. So I believe you're able to see something now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now let's play this from the beginning.
The strike of the body parts. All the different parts of the body, hands, legs, and everyone, they held a meeting. They were not happy with the system with which the body functions. Each part claimed its supremacy of hard work over the stomach's work. In comparison with the stomach, they felt they reaped fewer benefits. We are working day and night, and this rascal abdomen is sitting down and eating only. The stomach is doing nothing. We are collecting everything and putting into the stomach. We feed the mouth. We are carrying the weight of the whole operation. We are standing long hours in the kitchen and walking all around. Then, after the stomach is happily filled to capacity, we are expected to keep dragging the stomach all around. We must strike. The eyes, the nose, and the mouth put forth their pleas. I always look for the most attractive items, but it's just a flash in the pan for me because the stomach always gets it in the end. I am in charge of quality control. Without me, stomach won't know what's good and what's bad. I chew and get to taste for a little while, but that's it. It's the stomach which gets the best of everything. The lower half set up a faction and spoke in unison. Strike, strike, strike. They didn't get what they wanted. It was quite contrary. They all began to feel weak and shaky, but out of stubbornness, they continued their strike against the stomach. The legs refused to work for the stomach. I will hold myself away from all fragrant edibles. The mouth in protest remained silent and refused to chew anything. There was another meeting, for it seemed to them that the stomach, though not being fed, was still as fired up as always. It was as if the stomach was actually benefiting from the rest, while the other parts felt great fatigue. They all came to a decision in the meeting and agreed that the stomach must be fed. What is this? Why are we becoming weak? I don't mind doing my part as long
as I get some energy back. We have to work to serve the stomach. It's the only way we can survive. Yeah, break. Serve the stomach and break the strike. Let's break this strike. Just see what happened when we tried to enjoy by ourselves. Surrender. So the strike was called off when the body parts again took up their constitutional positions in service to the stomach. The various parts of the body are rightly situated in service to the stomach, since the stomach is the source of energy which extends to every part of the body. Moral. Just as pouring water on the root of a tree energizes its leaves, twigs and branches, similarly the individual spirit soul is rightly situated in his constitutional position as servant to Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the cause of all causes, source of all sources, the supreme enjoyer and maintainer of all that be. We should re-establish our constitutional position simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So, did you all understand the story? What was trying to be, what this person was trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yourself? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the story was that when the stomach is fed, everyone parts were automatically happy, right? So, are you able to see the slides now again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the slides. You can see the slides. Slide 69. Okay. So we see that just by feeding the stomach, the entire body becomes happy, right? If the stomach says no, if the hand say no, I just want to enjoy for myself, the hand is not really going to be happy, right? Unless the stomach is fed, they are not really going to be happy. So that was what we saw in this video. So therefore, we see that everything in this world, okay, these are the elements of the world that we saw. Remember in our previous sessions, we were talking about earth, water, fire, ether, all these elements of water, of the world. We were talking about these things. Everything is given to us by who? Who's provided everything to us?
Krishna.
Yes, Krishna, God has given us everything. So obviously, unless we use everything in the service of God, how can we justify our actions, right? We have to use it in the service of God. We have to feed the stomach. When we feed the stomach, if all the other parts are happy, similarly, whatever Krishna has given us, when we use it in his service, everybody becomes happy. Just like, supposing you go to you're on a trip and you're staying in a friend's house, or maybe you are staying in a hotel room, okay? And in that hotel room, they have given you very nice comforts. There is a nice bed, and there is a nice sofa for you to sit. There's everything, all kinds of comforts is provided in that hotel room. Now, just because you're staying one night in that hotel room, just because you use the bed sheet, just because you use their supplies, does it mean it's yours and you are the ultimate enjoyer? The next day morning, what do you have to do? Can you take away the pillows that they have given you? Can you do that? Yes or no? No, because it belongs to them. Similarly, everything in this world belongs to Krishna. So therefore, when we use it in the service of Krishna, when we are aware that everything is for the pleasure of the Lord, then everything becomes spiritualized and everybody is happy. Okay? So that is the perfection of sacrifice, to do everything for the pleasure of the Lord. So therefore, what is the situation here? Krishna is advising Arjuna. Krishna is telling Arjuna, Arjuna, you must fight. But how should you fight? Right? If Aditya becomes a doctor, on what basis will he be a doctor? Who is giving him the sanction? Krishna is giving him the sanction in the sense that he has studied well. Krishna has given him the sanction and he is trying to use whatever he can in the service of the Lord. Similarly, here Krishna is telling Arjuna, Arjuna, you have to fight. But how? As a sacrifice for me, because I am giving you this order. Just like how a military man, when he goes out to fight, he can fight only on the order of his superior, right? If the superior says you go and you shoot down the enemies, is the military man, is he accused of doing a sin? He is not accused of doing a sin because that's his job there. So there is no karma from that. There is no sin from that. Similarly, Krishna is telling, when I tell you to fight, when you fight as a sacrifice for me, then you do not incur any sin. So whatever we do, how do we convert it to akarma? How do we not incur sin from that? By trying to dovetail our activities in the service of Krishna, just like how Arjuna performed his activities. Okay? So whether you are a warrior, whether you are a doctor, whether you are a student, whoever you may be, when you dovetail your senses, when you dovetail your actions for the happiness of Krishna, in the service of Krishna, everything becomes akarma. Everything becomes perfect. There is no positive reaction, there is no negative reaction. Everything is neutralized and there is liberation. There is there's liberation from bondage. Okay? So this is what Krishna is explaining in this verse. Any questions? Let me unmute. Or you can unmute yourself if you have questions. Anyone wants to say anything? You have any realizations you want to share?
So, from this short Swadhyaya, like, whatever you do, you have to share it with Krishna and offer Bhoga to Krishna, stuff like that.
Yeah, correct. Very nice. Yes, you're right. Good. Who else? Anyone else wants to say anything? Okay, good. So you can do the final recital. You can say the words in the translation or just the translation, however you want. Everyone can take turns and then we can end the call.
Hi. Hare Krishna, Mataji, can I try?
Yes, Ansra.
Yagnartat karmanonyatra lokayam karma bandhanam tatartam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara.
Very good.
Work done as a sacrifice for Krishna has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and that way you will always remain free from bondage. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Ansra.
Mataji, can I say the verse?
Yes, go ahead.
Yajnasa karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadartam karma kauteya mukta sangha samachara. Work done as sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage.
Very good. Good.
Could I go next?
Yes.
Okay. Yajna altat karmanyatra loko yam karma bandhana tadartam karma kantya mukta sangha samachara.
Very nice. Very nice.
Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage.
Very good. Good.
Hi, Krishna Mataji. This is Ashutosh.
Yes, Ashutosh.
Yagna karma no natra lokoyam karma bandhana tadatmam karma konteya mukta sangha samachara. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed, otherwise work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and that way you'll always remain free from the bondage.
Very good.
May I go next?
Yes, please.
Yajñatat karmano nyatra loko yam karma bandhana tad artam karma konteya mukta sangha samachara. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you'll always remain free from bondage.
Very good. Very nice.
Mataji, this is and
Say that again.
Mataji,
Yeah.
this is Krishna Chaita and Anshu.
Yes, go ahead, both of you.
Yajnarta karmano yajna loko yam karma bandhana tadartam karma kaunteya ukta sangha samachara. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed, otherwise cause bondage in the material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain from bondage.
Very good, very good. Yeah, go ahead. Aditya wanted to do? What's the next one?
Mataji, can I try?
Yes, go ahead.
Yajñatat karmano nyatra lokoyam karma bandhana tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for satisfaction. In that way, you will always remain free from material bondage.
Very good. This was Varun, is it?
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Good.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji, everybody does reciting. Get Vrunda recite. Mataji, what happened?
Oh, sorry, I'm on mute. Sorry, I'm on mute. I'm so sorry. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Sorry for that. Yeah.
I think Radhika Kasturi Mataji is.
Okay. Okay, anyone else wants to try?
Hare Krishna Mataji, can
Yes, go ahead.
Yajnata karmano yatra lokayam karma bandhanaha tadasam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. In translation, work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage.
Very good. Very good. Next.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I go?
Yes, I'm with us.
Yajnat karma no natre lokoyam karma bandhana adasam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Translation: work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage.
Very good. Good. Excellent. Who else?
You say. Yajnata karmano yatra lokayam
Very good. Very good, Vrinda. Good. So I hope everyone got a chance. Okay. So if everyone is okay, we'll end the call. And sorry, today we went overboard. It's been quite some time since we started the class. Anyway, we'll end the call here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Prabhupada. Jai.
Mataji, for the class.
Thank you.
Preethi Vilasini Mataji ki jai. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you all, Mataji. Hare Krishna.